a moment when you start to feel when you can't believe that this is real, that the world is so wonderful. There's a moment when you start to feel when you can't believe that this is real, that the world is so amazing. It's wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are so excited that you are here with us today. My name is Jen Zucker. I am the Director of Training as well as Recognition, and I have a couple of fabulous people here to introduce to you. First of all, I have Val Curran. Can you please say hello so everybody can see who you are?
This is so exciting. Thank you for joining and congratulations on earning this fabulous masterclass. This is so exciting.
Val is the trainer manager that works with me every day. So she is helping create all those fabulous things that you find in the Learning Hub. So just make sure that you go out and check that out. Guess what? We are dropping a whole bunch of new stuff really, really soon. And in the chat, we love seeing how many of you have earned this. This 250 in 15 days is a fantastic, fantastic achievement. We're super excited that you are here. And for those of you that are watching it on the replay, congratulations as well. We love that you have earned it. And now I am going to invite Tia Montgomery and her fabulous model, Aubrey, to join us. Tia has been a professional makeup artist for 15 years, maybe over 15 years. And she did joke about it that she has been playing with makeup for even a lot longer than that. So she is going to dive in today, give you some tips and tricks on for that summertime glow. And I am just going to simply pass it off to you, Tia. I don't want to take up any of your time. We just appreciate you being here. For anybody that has questions, we're going to do question and answers at the very end. So make sure that you're typing in the chat your questions so that we can make sure that we answer them and spend a little bit of time at that at the end. All right. Thanks so much, you guys. Tia, I'm going to hand it to you.
Thank you so much, Jen. It's so exciting to be here. We've been talking about this for a while now, planning it for all of you, and I'm so excited that the day has come. Like Jen said, my name is Tia Montgomery. I've been a professional makeup artist for over 15 years. As she said, I have been playing around with makeup since I was in middle school. My mom had a fabulous closet full of makeup. She herself was also a makeup direct sales lady, which was so fun. And that's just kind of how I got into it. So it's so exciting for me to now be involved with Unique. I started with Unique Corporate about 10 years ago, helping out with all of their photo shoots. And it has been so amazing to be part of their makeup artistry team. And I'm so excited to bring to you guys tips and tricks for some summer looks today. So I'll just go ahead and get started if that's okay. You guys are welcome to ask questions. I'm going to try to encourage you to ask questions at the end. I'm going to leave plenty of space. So get your pens, get your paper, write down any questions you might have for me, and let's save it for the end if you can, because I'm going to be trying to show you guys what we're doing, and it'll be hard for me to try to read messages as they come through. So today we're going to go over a beautiful summery glow look using the Bare You sticks. I have the look on myself, and now I'm going to demonstrate to you how to apply these amazing products on my beautiful model, Aubrey. So we've already got her base established. Something to really keep in mind for the summer, you need to always start with a good moisturized base. And I believe in that anywhere you go. I just got home from a 3-day festival in Alabama. When I tell you the weather shock I had from Alabama to Utah, it was 85 degrees, 80% humidity, and I still made sure to prep my face with moisturizer because that's going to ensure that your makeup lasts throughout the day, and it just helps it longevity. It helps it not absorb into your skin or wipe away kind of weird. I got so many compliments on my makeup at this festival. I was so flattered. I was like, I'm so glad it's still there. I mean, of course it was still there. I did my makeup, using the tips and tricks that I know as a professional, but still it was like a testament to me, like, oh, this really did work with humid weather. So I'm excited to have shared that experience now with you guys, and then that I live in a very dry climate, some of these tips and tricks that are going to help you. So starting off with a good moisturizing base, you're going to use your favorite moisturizer that you've got, as well as your SPF. Ladies, it is summer. We want to take care of our skin. You're going to SPF everything that's going to see the sun, okay? Take care of that neck too. So moisturizer, SPF, let's see here. Going on from there, that is your skin prep. That is what you need to be starting off with. Then you go on to your complexion. So applying a foundation that your skin likes, you know, whatever one you choose, the BB cream. Today, what I did was I already went in with her foundation, and then I already went in with some concealer. And now I'm going to demonstrate the Bare You sticks on how to achieve just a really beautiful summer glow. I chose the color Chocolate Souffle to help kind of chisel out a bronze look for her. Let me find out which one it is here. Okay, so starting out with Chocolate Souffle, I'm going to start out by contouring her face. And I want to show you guys probably my favorite trick that I have been able to teach many women when it comes to contour. So I'm going to have you look just slightly this way. A lot of the times we're contouring and we don't know it. We're contouring a little bit too low because we think that we have to go in that hollow of that cheek. That's not necessarily true. Sometimes that drags down your face. So as a professional makeup artist, something that I have done for years and years and have implemented from other professionals who have helped me along the way, I start high. So my rule of thumb is you want to locate the top of the ear and then down to like that little crease of the nose. You see where that highlight is hitting the top of her cheek? We are going to go right below that highlight because we want to sharpen it. We want to bring focus to that sharp cheekbone. So you're going to go a little higher than maybe what you're used to when it comes to your contour. I know that might feel a little crazy for some of you, but this has been my favorite thing to implement. I was just, researching, watching all of the YouTube videos that people put out. Some of my favorite makeup artists were talking about the importance of a nice, high, bronzy contour, because now we see that lifts her cheekbone, that sharpens it. And that has been my favorite tool to teach women, because a lot of the times we're going too low with that initial contour line and we're dragging down our face, and we don't want it. We don't want anything pulled down. We want everything high and sharp and snatched, right? Yes. Okay, go ahead and turn towards me. So starting at the top of that ear, we're going to kind of bring it down towards that nose. What I love about this Bare You stick is it blends out so nice. I'm using the tapered blusher brush for that, and I'm just pressing it into her skin. I'm not swiping it. I'm not going over a big area. I'm just pressing it right where I placed it. And again, the blendability on these is incredible. And so when you're going and you guys are going live and you're telling your audience about this, let them know, like, the blendability on this is incredible. The color payoff is so beautiful. That's not the case with a lot of contour sticks out there right now, with a lot of bronzing sticks out there right now. So we're keeping that very concentrated in the area where I placed it, softening those edges, really just bringing a nice, okay, go ahead and look forward. Just bringing a nice bronzy, bronzer look to her face. And then when you go ahead and continue to contour the face, you're going to want to look at your own face anatomy. Do you have a larger forehead? Do you have a small forehead? If you have a small forehead, you don't necessarily have to go and take your bronzer, your contour, your bronze up on your forehead. But if you've kind of got a hairline that gets like, your hairline's not funky, but I'm just saying, where her hairline goes back a little bit, that's where I want to place this product, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just draw that little dot. Turn your face just a little bit the other way. that little dot right into that space that we just kind of want to bring back. We want to bring a shadow there, that bronzed contour, and we're just going to press that into the hairline. So as I blend it, I'm literally blending it into the hair because we don't want to see where this makeup starts or ends. We want this to be that beautiful, summery, bronzed, like this is just me naturally, you know? Like what makeup, you know? This is what we want, is a nice seamless blend so that you're wearing makeup, but the makeup's not wearing you. Does that make sense? I like to say that all the time because for an everyday look, you want your makeup to look beautiful. You want people to say, wow, you look so beautiful. You don't necessarily want them to be like, oh, wow, your makeup. You know, you want it to complement you in your bone structure, in your face shape, in your eyes. So that's what I'm going to help teach you guys today is how to just pop your features, bring that summer glow using these Berry U sticks that I truly do love. They are so amazing. Okay, go ahead and look towards me. So we're going to go find that hairline kind of up where that's where we're going to place the product. Okay, pressing it into the skin and blending it into the hair because we really, again, we just want this bronzed contour to really melt into the hairline so that we're not seeing that line, that definition. You're going to just blend with kind of a light hand. So you're not pressing too hard. You're not flexing the brushes completely. You're just barely flexing, just feathering it out. The beautiful thing with these products is that you can layer them. So if you blend and you're like, oh, I got a little carried away. Where did that go? You're just going to come in with a little bit more, just a little bit more. Yes, I'm calling it bronzer. It's like a bronze contour look with this Berry U stick. We're using the color Chocolate Souffle. It gives her a really nice tanned look. And we're just going in and sharpening those features. Okay, go ahead and look forward. Sharpening those features. See how she just has this beautiful tanned look, like she's been kissed by the sun. Okay, next I want to go into the blush, and I am so excited about this one because holy cow, these Berry U blushes are beautiful. I have two colors on right now, and I'm so excited to show you how to use that two color combination. I'm going to start off with Peony Pink. That's the first one I'm going to do because I also really like to teach you guys. And then when you go ahead and teach your audience, this is like a one-step thing, right? So you could go in and just conceal the face without a foundation and bring in that Berry U contour stick, that bronze stick, and the blush and do more of a no makeup look. But I wanted to show you guys how to do it with a foundation, with a concealer on top. But I do challenge you to kind of play around with this. Take out some steps beforehand and see what it would look like with just these sticks. Because how fun would it be just to throw these in your purse, you know, do a little no makeup look. So I'm going to show you how to make this look with just one beautiful blush. And then I'll show you how to amp it up and add a second blush to this look. Okay. So this color, Peony Pink, it's incredible. I'm sure it's one of your top sellers. If not, it will be because this is literally the color of the season. Everyone wants that baby pink. Everyone wants that really beautiful blushy pink look right now. It's trending. It's what all the celebrities are wearing. I just went to that music festival and I just stared at Ella Langley's makeup and she had the best pink blush on her whole face. And I was like, this is it. So I'm going to show you. Again, this is so user-friendly. I love that it's just like a roll it up. There's your blush. And we're going to apply it. So pro tip, where to apply your blush. It's always the trickiest thing. So I like to have my models or myself smile kind of with like a closed mouth. So go ahead and smile. You see how she has this cute little apple-y part of her cheek? We're not going on top of it. We're going to go just behind it. and create, go ahead and turn that way. Create just a little bit of color up the cheek. And right now we're living in a world where there's no such thing as too much blush. So we're gonna kind of layer this baby on. Okay, now go ahead and look towards this way. So we found that appley part of the cheek, that bouncy part, and we're gonna go just behind it, okay? Up along that same line you created with that contour, bronze, whatever we want to call it. Probably gonna keep calling it 3 different names for you guys. Now go ahead and look forward. So we've got this blush placed. You can then go in with a brush or with your finger. So I really like to use my fingers to warm up this product, press it into the skin, and it keeps that really dewy finish. I love a dewy finish right now. Everyone wants that glossy, that dew. We're kind of moving away from that powder shimmer, right? And we want skincare looks. We want that plump, hydrated look. So using your fingers is really going to help get, yes, glassy skin. We're going for that glassy skin. So I love using the finger because it helps kind of pick up in whatever's, if there's too much moisture in it, your finger will kind of pick it up. The brush will too. So also if you wanted to just pat it in with the brush, sometimes the brush will just pick up a lot of the product. So it's just kind of up to you. Play around with it with your own skin, play around it with it on your lives. But a pro tip with cream products is to use your fingers, warm it up with your fingers. Okay, go ahead and turn towards me. Just press it into that skin. And we're going up towards that top of the ear again. Just really pressing this into the face. Guys, I'm so sorry if I'm missing your questions. Try to write them down. I have plenty of time at the end to answer some questions. So write them down and let's ask me again at the end. I'm so sorry I'm missing them, but okay, go ahead and look forward. Now we're going to go ahead with the, I call it the fairy nose, the sun-kissed nose. We're going to go in with the blush right on the tip of the nose. This has been a trend for the last few summers and I love it so much. So we're just going down the bridge, not all the way onto the tip, but we're just going to go kind of to the mid to the lower part of the nose. And it's almost as if you have a little bit of a sunburn, but we're not getting sunburned, right? Because we got our SPF on. So no sunburns here, but we're going to fake it. We're going to make it look like we've been in the sun. We're flushed. We've been outside all day and we are just beautiful and pink and bronzy and glowy and glassy. So with this look, here's the one blush that we used. Now I'm going to show you how to amp it up and use a combination of 2 blushes to just bring a little bit more blushy look to this look. How to combine and bring a combination of the 2. So the next color I'm using is the Blush Beach, and I'm so obsessed. This looks a lot darker than it really is. I love how it goes on. It goes on that like really beautiful, like mauvey pink. So I have it on. I kind of used it as a little bit of a contour. I brought a little bit more darkness to the outsides of my face, which is going to give you more dimension, which is going to give you a more filtered look for photos, for your selfies, for your lives, for your videos that you're creating. More dimension to the face is always more friendly for any time you're doing your video or film. So using Blush Beach, I'm going to have you look that way. We are going to place it just behind where we placed pink, peony pink. So we placed peony pink right here. We're going to place Blush Beach right here. Just kind of bringing depth to this blush. And on myself, I even brought it up around the brow bone to give that complete blush look. So we're going to go up into the temple. See how we brought that just above the brow. We're not going onto the brow. We're going right onto that temple, okay? And I'm going to show you blending it out with your finger. Just pressing it into the skin. Again, we're not pushing hard until I'm white knuckling, okay? We're dabbing. All right, we're dainty. We're just girls, okay? We're just girls pressing this in nice and soft. Anything we do with the face, you want to make sure that you're bringing a gentle touch, that you're not dragging or pulling. We want to be so soft with our skin. We want to take care of it. So just warming it up with the finger, pressing it into the skin. Go ahead and look towards the camera for me. Kind of give us a little, see how it brought depth? It brought a little bit more of a blush look to this. So using the lighter, this is a nice pro tip. Using a lighter blush towards the center of the face and then taking a darker blush towards the outer part of the face allows you to establish an ombre look, a three-dimensional look. Now we're going to take this, pat it in, just kind of give it a diffused look. Your brushes are going to be your best friend when you're trying to bring out a filtered, beautiful look, okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and go on the other side, placing this blush right behind the pink peony and up onto the temple, okay? I'm going to blend this out with just the brush. It does pick up a little more of the color. It does take, the brush does hold on to more of that color. But if you're looking for a more diffused pinky look, then a brush is going to do just that. It's going to help pick up and blend really well. The brush I'm using is a tapered blusher brush right now. We're not going to go in with this color on the nose. I like to keep it really light pink for that fairy nose, for that little sun-kissed nose. Okay, go ahead and look towards the camera for me. All right, so beautiful. I'm going to go straight into lips. Before we come back to eyes, I want to show you guys how you can use these Bare You sticks on the lips for a three-dimensional juicy lip. Okay, so coming back to our chocolate souffle, I'm going to show you how to bring a little pout to that bottom lip. So Aubrey's got some good lips here, but we're going to go ahead and bring just under that lip. We're just going to bring it under, just, you know, bring a little heaviness to that bottom lip. You want to make sure that your lips are nice and relaxed when you do this. And you're just creating a shadow under that lip, okay? And then taking just one of your eyeshadow brushes, let's say the fluffy crease brush, we're just going to go ahead and blend that into a shadow. I do this all the time on my clients. It gives the makeup such a professional look. And this little trick is something that you can do every day on yourself. And you can show your audience, you know, how to get that fake lip filler, you know, that fake lip filler look. Or, I mean, girl, get the lip filler too. But this is a way to show how to use products in your favor to create a fuller lip without the needles. So this is my favorite trick to use on all my clients. And then I take a color, two colors, in fact, one darker, one lighter, just like we did on the blush. We're going to do that on the lip too. So go ahead and open your mouth a little bit. On the outer edges, we're going to pop this blush beach onto the outer corners of her lip. You can kind of get the edge there, kind of line out the lip, but we're depositing color onto the outer part of her lip. See how it's already kind of ombre? Now we're going to take peony pink and bring it to the center. This is going to create the illusion of a bigger lip, of a plumper middle lip. Popping it right into the middle, right up into that Cupid's bow. And then she's just going to go a few times to kind of blend out those edges. I'll get in a little closer so you guys can see. I'm going to just set down some brushes. I start collecting things in my hand and I've got this claw going over here. So using your finger, you can go through and just kind of blend out the edges here a little bit. If you have the lip brush, that's also a great tool. If you've got the cream shadow brush, I don't know if you guys, this came in my little brush set I just received, but I also have like 10 of these in my own personal kit because I love them so much. Because every time I work at Unique, I'm like, thank you for all the new brushes because I use them. I use so many Unique brushes. But see how that gave her just the most beautiful pout by using those two color combinations. And these color combinations really are so beautiful for like a light to medium skin tone. Sorry, I'm repositioning my stand here. But that is those things that I just shared with you, okay? The Bronzer placement and the lip hack, my favorite pro tip to share with my clients. And I hope that that's something that you guys can then take to your audience to show them how you can use multiple colors to create dimension, to create a nice full lip, okay? All right, so at this point, we could grab some mascara, throw it on, call it a day. This is beautiful. This is that fresh makeup look. But of course, I'm going to show you guys how to take this into maybe more of a going out look, into more of an evening look. So I've just got the Twisted mascara. I'm going to grab the little brush because how freaking cool is it that this mascara has a little brush. We're just going to bring, okay, go ahead and look down, a little more darkness into these eyelashes. Just really getting at the base. A tip I love to teach and use for mascara is you're going to get right in there to that lash line and do a little wiggle, wiggle, and then pull up. So what the wiggle, wiggle does is it separates the lashes and then coats them. So place it, wiggle, wiggle, pull up. Okay, now I have a nice little arrangement of the stick eyeshadows, the Mood Struck stick eyeshadows that I'm going to show you how to create a little bit of a going out look. Okay, this is going to be the look. And then I have a surprise product at the end that I'll show you how to bring a lot of cohesiveness to this look, okay? So we're going to start off with the color Deliberate. This color, by the way, incredible, especially for me and the style of makeup artistry that I do. I love me a good light inner corner brightening. For me, I have hooded eyes. Yes, Jen, I have hooded eyes. I don't know if you're talking to me or someone else, but I have hooded eyes. So I need all the tips and tricks for myself on how to get a nice pop, how to open my eyes. Aubrey here does not have hooded eyes, but I'm going to show you this eye look on her. So using the color Deliberate, we are going to, okay, I'm going to have you look up in that way. Just come into the inner corner. Am I covering? Let's bring you guys in a little closer. Into that inner corner, we're just going to bring brightness. Okay, go ahead and look at the camera. Oh yeah, already this is stunning. Okay, look up this other way. I love how precise you can get with these sticks. I love that they allow you to play around so that they don't dry down super fast. I've had plenty of experience with other products where the product dries down so fast. So a really amazing thing about these sticks is it allows you to play around before it sets. So go ahead and look up. You don't necessarily want to blend out this whole thing. A little pro tip and trick for you on this is just blur out the edges. Blur out that harsh line that you see. So go ahead and look up. We are just going and feathering out the edges of that crayon that we just applied. If you were to blend the entire thing, you would take away that really good bright pop that that crayon gave. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. We're just going to blend this up into the lid. And then for her eyes, we're going to go ahead and bring the color Inquisitive. And we're going to use this, much like we did for the face with chocolate souffle. We're going to use this as a contour, okay? So Inquisitive is a really perfect medium neutral taupey like light brown, and this is the color I grab for all the time when I'm doing makeup. There we go. So I love that it's in a crayon form. I love that you can draw it on. It's just so easy to use. And that's what we want when we're trying to incorporate an everyday look for ourselves and for our audience. We want to show them how easy it is to have these sticks. It's not messy. You don't have broken shadow in your pan. You know what I mean? So go ahead and close your eyes. So for Aubrey, I'm going to bring a contour to her eyelid, okay? We're going to bring this into the crease of her lid. And then down from her eyelash line, we're going to pull it up. So I've created this big V. So it starts from the crease down, and then you bring it up from the lash line. So you've got a nice little V curve that we've created. We're going to go on both sides. Contouring her eyelid, I have my blending brush, the black blending brush, and we're just going to go ahead and buff that out. We don't want any harsh lines, okay? To get a really seamless look that looks professionally done, blending is everything. So blend it out, blend it up into that eyebrow, because you haven't placed product there. Your product's going to stay in place, but we're going to lightly blend up and out to create kind of a lifted fox eye. This is the other trend that we have, is everything is lifted, everything is pulled up. Okay, we're using the color Inquisitive for this. Look towards me a little bit. Chin towards me. Just going to blend this out. I fear I'm being a little wordy. I'm going to go a little bit quicker here. So now we have a beautiful contoured eyelid look. Okay, go ahead and look at the camera. This is beautiful on its own. You could leave it here. This could be your look for the day. You could go out. Stunning. But of course, I'm going to show you how to keep going. So taking the color Gleaming, which I'm obsessed with, I used this in my waterline as well as right under my lash line. And I'm going to do that on Aubrey as well because it's magical. So go ahead and look up for me, Aubrey. We have this color right along that lower lash as well as the waterline. Let me bring you guys in. So you see how that brought a little bit of bronze. And the thing that I love about this is going to pop your blue eyes. This is going to pop your green eyes. This is going to pop your brown eyes. Contrary to what we've always been taught, you don't have to have purples or greens or all these other crazy colors to pop your eyes. You just have to have the right neutrals, the right golds, and the right place to pop your eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other side. You know what? Let's go ahead and go on top of that lash line too. Go ahead and close your eyes, Aubrey. We're going to go just right along that inner part of her lid. So I would say the inner third of that eyelid, we're bringing this gleaming color in. So we're bringing gleaming. We're giving her a little bit of a goddess glow, if you will, a golden goddess glow with gleaming. And now we're going to take Industrious, the darker older sister to that gleaming. We have this beautiful bronzy brown. Look up, and we're going to go along the outer lash line with this, okay? So we're still staying on trend for that bronzy, that golden glow for this eye look. And like I mentioned before, at any point you could have stopped and gone out with a beautiful look. I'm just going to show you how to continue to take it a little bit darker for an evening look or for a night out with your friends or for brunch or for lunch, or just for fun, for sitting in your house. Because we don't need an excuse to wear makeup. If we want to wear makeup, we're going to wear makeup anywhere we go. Right, girls? Okay. Now to really bring a good cohesive liner look to this, I have the color Perspicuous. I have a hard time saying this one, guys. I'm sorry. Perspicuous. It's the dark brown. And what I love to do is you're going to look right at your mirror when you're doing this. You're going to create a nice dot in that outer corner of your eye, right here. Nice dot. And then you kind of just take your finger and you drag it out to give yourself that little wing look. You can do it with a brush. Where did my cream shadow brush? You could also just run that along there, giving yourself a tiny little baby cat eye. Okay, go ahead and look at me. So nice dot in that outer corner. Take your finger or your fingernail, drag it out. That's exactly what I did on myself today, and look at that. I just took my sharp nail, placed it, and just pulled it out, and it has stayed put. I love that these shadow sticks just stay put. Okay, so here's your look with a little bit more of a dramatic eye, popping her baby blues, for you guys to pop your beautiful browns or your bright greens also. So stunning. Okay, now because we're going with the summer glow, a little bit of a blushy look, I want to sneak in this color. It is called Exalted. It is the Mood Struck Liquid Shadow. I'm obsessed. It is so beautiful. I was playing with it yesterday. So for the sake of me applying it to another person, I'm going to show you how you can place this on the back of your hand. It is quite pigmented, okay? So we're not trying to just go straight in. We're going to grab that cream shadow brush, pick up what's on the back of our hand, and go right in the center of the lid. Just like we did for the nose, we're going to bring some flushed color right onto the middle of the lid. Go ahead and open. And see how that just gave her the most beautiful cohesive pinky pop right above her baby blues. Like, holy cow. And you really could do this. Like, I know I'm talking about her baby blues, but really brown eyes, green eyes, bringing a cohesive pink pop. Oh, it's already dried down. Seriously love these cream shadows. They are so stunning. They stay in place all day. Again, for the sake of just building and layering, I'm going to place it on the back of my hand, pick it up with the cream shadow brush, place it very precisely in a thin layer, right into the center of the lid, okay? Right above where your pupil is, straight up. That's where we want it. We're not trying to do the pink all over, which would also be so beautiful. We're just kind of giving this an all over pink pop. Okay, let's go ahead and see what time it is. Perfect. I think I have given us plenty of time to talk about how to finish off this look if you are going out for the day and you want to keep this on for longer than 2 or 3 hours, right? We have the amazing setting powders. We have an amazing setting spray. Go ahead and you're going to want to set your powder. I will show you exactly where I suggest to set this powder. And we're going to go in with the blending brush, the black one, placing it into your setting powder. You're going to load up that brush. And my favorite trick to do is to then press it into the back of the hand. And then you go in with a very light layer right in that under eye area. This area can totally look matte. To bring a matte to the inner eye gives the rest of the face such a beautiful glow. See how that already popped the glowy parts on her face? It still looks good without, but on this side, we gave it that little bit of diffused glow to bring focus and attention to the glossy and the glassy areas, okay? So that's just using your setting powder, picking it up with a small precise blending brush, tapping out the excess on the back of your hand. Okay, that's a pro tip right there. Tapping it out on the back of your hand and then going in your precise areas and placing. So T-zone, I want to keep the nose dewy. That's what I like. But going down under the chin, down around the nostrils, we want to keep those nice and matte. We want that makeup to stay put. I just dropped my brush, so I'm going to grab this one. Another just nice fluffy brush, and you're just going to place very precisely your setting powder in the places that you want diffused. So we're going to focus on the forehead, right under the eye, right around the nose, and onto the chin. We want to keep that nose dewy. We want to keep her cheeks dewy. We want to keep this glowy and fresh and hydrated. Okay. Yeah, this is looking so beautiful. Like she's ready to go out, spend the day at the park with her kids, or go to brunch with her girlfriends, or even go on a date with her husband or partner or whoever, you know? Take yourself on a date. We can do that too. Okay, so let me see where we're at. I think we're about to the point where we can start asking questions, guys. What do you think? Aubrey looks like Courtney Cox. Have you ever been told you look like Courtney Cox? I don't think I've ever heard that for her either. Thank you so much, you guys. This has been so, so fun. Okay. I don't
Love
know
it.
if Jen's
I'm gonna,
here or if
let
she
me
wants
go
to type
over,
in.
I can go over some of the questions and help you, Tia. I wrote them down as they were coming through the thing, okay?
Thank you so, so
Aubrey, you
much.
look beautiful. Everybody is they love the tips. They're like, so many people are saying, oh my gosh, I just learned that. I'm going to try that. Oh my gosh, I just learned that. I'm going to try that. It's just amazing. Some of the biggest questions that we have is, and this is for women that are more mature. So there are some people that were like 75 that were on. They also were like, can I still do those blush, with the bare use sticks? Is it still the same placement for more mature skin and more mature women?
I love it. Okay. I actually do love suggesting cream products to my more mature women because it hydrates the skin. And that's something that we just start to lose as we age, as we mature. So again, I'm loving how hydrating these products look. Having a good base, having a good moisturized base is going to help you be able to use these products in the same placement that I did. Yes. For women who are a little more mature, again, we want to make sure we're not going too low on the face because that drags us down. And that's something that we're fighting as we mature. We want to keep our faces lifted. We want to keep them snatched, high, tight. So absolutely, especially with our more mature women, these tips are something that I do highly suggest. I mean, young girls were doing these and we're keeping our faces looking high and tight, but they're already pretty high and tight. But these tips and tricks are going to be especially so fun to implement and utilize with the more mature demographic.
I love it. No, thank you. I think that answers that question. And then the same question for the eye placement and the eyes. So that was the question. So if you are more mature and you have more creases in your eyes and stuff like that, would you do the same? Yeah. You're like, yes. There's your answer.
So here's my tips on if your eyes are a little more creased, if you have a little bit more hood. My favorite tip to give you is when you are doing your makeup, you are going to look in the mirror, relax your eyebrows completely, and then start doing your makeup. If we're doing this, and we're doing this and doing our eyeshadow, and then we relax our face and look forward and it's all gone, it's because we're not doing our makeup in the way that we are naturally sitting. So you want to look in the mirror, you want to smile, you want to relax your face, you want to relax your eyebrows, because that's how you are looking to other people. That's how you are looking and presenting yourself to the world. So when you're applying your eyeshadow and when you're applying your makeup, you want to be as relaxed as possible. So for me, I'm not going to try to get rid of that crease. I'm going to go ahead and do my makeup with my relaxed brow so that when I open my eyes and back up, there's my makeup. There's my product.
Awesome. So is that the same tip? Because somebody asked, is that the same tip for applying mascara. You know what I mean? So it doesn't transfer and so they don't get it all over their lid.
Ooh, yeah. So mascara. I do. I
You have a
got some
tip for
tips
that?
for you on
Awesome. They want to know
mascara.
a tip for hooded lids for mascara so they don't get it all over their eyelids.
So when you're going to be doing mascara, this is Aubrey's mascara. I'm not going to touch it to myself. Let me go and grab a wand to show you guys. When you're applying mascara and you are nervous about getting it on your eyelid, you are going to lift your chin. You guys, I'm going to look crazy for a second, okay? So just bear with me. You're going to lift your chin, look in the mirror. So pretend like you're my mirror. You're going to lift your chin, look down your face, and get your eyelashes as far away from your eyelid as possible. You're going to place the wand in the lashes, wiggle, wiggle, pull up. And then you're going to kind of just like let them dry before coming back up, okay? I'm sure if you have hooded eyes, you have found the formula for you. I like the twisted. It doesn't transfer for me. If you are worried about transferring, you can take that setting powder that I showed you how to use on her face and lightly press it onto your eyeshadow because it's not going to leave color. It's not going to take away the color, but it's going to give that powdery fine finish that mascara won't want to stick to.
Awesome. That's great. They're loving that so much. So the next little question is about the eyes also. And they're like, how would you place the eyeshadow makeup for if you wore glasses? Would you wear it the same way? And how would you like make your under eye still bright and pop?
Ooh, I love that question. Aubrey, our model today, actually is a glasses wearer. So let's go ahead and pop some glasses on and talk about and answer this question. So again, yes, you're going to want to put your glasses on while you're doing your makeup. See what you can see. See what is showing. Take your glasses off. Go ahead and take your glasses off. And then do your makeup. Because you're not going to want to sit here and do this amazing eye look if then your glasses are taking away or covering that look. So again, we're going to try to play up the features. If you're a glasses wearer and you have a fun, funky border that kind of covers up your eyelid, let's not focus on eyeshadow. Let's focus on complexion. Let's focus on lips. Let's get everything else to pop and work for you. Okay, let's get that mascara loaded up so you can see it behind those sunglasses, behind those glasses. And then for the under eye, I know that we didn't talk a lot about it today, but that's because we were kind of focusing on Bare You today. But a concealer tip and trick from me to you is you're going to want to take a shade lighter than your natural foundation color and placing that under the eye. And when I say under the eye, we're not going under the eye right here. We're going in this area that has that little bit of darkness. And then when you place your glasses on, go ahead and put them on. You're going to want to see what's being focused on. And you're going to want to place that brightness right where those eyes, right where that bright is showing. Because maybe your glasses aren't shaped like Aubrey's. Maybe they're thinner. Maybe they're chunkier. So I always, kind of like what I said with the eyeshadow, with the hooded eyes or the crinkled eyes, put your glasses on and decide how you want to do your makeup around that accessory.
Awesome. That's great. There was a couple other questions along the way. So we have some people that have, and this is a random question. I don't know if you have the answer right off the top of your head. If you don't, that's okay. We'll post it. But with the colors that we sent you, if like for the ombre lip, which I love, which I did while we were watching, because I was like, I wanted to do that. And then I put the crystal sheen on top of it because I was like, let's do it. Right.
Oh,
So
yes, good job.
But then, so one of the questions is how, if I had more darker skin, what colors would you possibly use for that ombre look, or would you use in the cheek areas? Would you still use, would you use that copper bronze? Would you use the cinnamon latte? And
Ooh.
even on the lips, would you use, what are some of the combos that, I don't know if you have them all in front of you. What are some of the combos that you might use for that?
So something I like to do is when you pull down your inner lip, you're going to see what's a natural color for you. And so sometimes with your darker skin tones, you have that really light color. So I almost say like you could use beach,
The beach bronze.
You could use beach bronze. No, I'm saying you could also use, gosh dang, the name just beach blush.
Beach
You could
blush.
use beach blush and bring that light pink to the center of your lip and then take that cinnamon latte. I didn't get that
Yeah.
color. I'm so
Oh, okay,
sorry.
yeah, the cinnamon latte, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that would be pretty.
So with any skin tone you have, a tip that I do have, pull down that bottom lip, see what Bare you have that matches that, use that as the center color, and then take one to two shades darker to get that contour outer corner. So yeah, I don't know all the color
Yeah,
names,
that's
right?
okay. We didn't send
But-
all them to you, exactly. So I was like, I don't think you're not in the office where it's all right there. So
But a tip that I have that is universal is you just take that lip color, pull it down. That's going to be your center color. And then one to two shades darker for that outer. It's the same concept as highlight and contour, brighter in the middle or lighter in the middle, darker on the outside. Lining lips is still a thing. And you can actually totally line your lips with this too. Like, let me show you. But hold on. I'm going to clean this really quick.
while you're doing that, I just want to say, I can only imagine how many of you right now are at home pulling your lip down. Like I can see everybody going, what color is it? And then I can't wait for you to go onto your stories and your reels and teach it all your audience, you know what I mean, how to find that. I love it.
A little bit of liner. A little bit of liner. Just using the edge of this.
That's great.
I do want to show you what Crystal Sheen looks like on her. I think that was one of the things that I pushed off my cute little table I have here. Okay, what's another question you have for me? Do we have time for more questions? Where are we at?
Well, we're gonna wrap up in just a minute. Did I miss any, Val?
Well, they were asking, one question I see here is, can you tell us the brushes you used and if you can use setting spray under the eyes to set, or does it need to be powder?
Ooh, those are great questions. So I always like to start with powder because setting the under eye with a powder is going to help the creasing and it's going to help it look more matte. The spray will give it a little bit more dewiness, but I like using powder first, spray next, because it helps melt that powder into your cream. It is the most beautiful combination.
Awesome.
thank
And
you.
then what about one of the questions that was asked way earlier was, yeah, look at that lip gloss. Look at that crystal sheen.
Crystal Sheen. I just tapped it on and it just popped that ombre look so good. I had it here and I was like, I don't know where that lip gloss went. And then you mentioned it, Jen, and I was like, I'm gonna go find
You're
it.
like it fell.
It fell down. But look at that look.
That's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Then
So stunning.
one more question, Tia. So some people ask, like, who are some of course, I follow Tia on Instagram, right? You know what I mean? But so do you have a couple favorite people that you follow? You know what I mean? Your makeup artist favorites that you
Yes,
love.
I do. Oh, there's a few that I love. Painted by Spencer. He is the sweetest person in his videos. He has the softest voice and he just gives the best makeup tips. I also love Nikki Makeup. She's from the UK. She just has the most satisfying videos. I love watching her transformations. They are natural. She just enhances the features. And those are probably my top two off the top of my head that I truly just love to like go and watch. The first guy, his name's Painted by Spencer. He's based out of Florida and he is just the sweetest man. And I could listen to him all day long. Second person was Nikki Makeup. She's from the UK. She does a lot of celebrities. She's really good.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, you guys, everybody. And Deborah just said that she has half her face while she's been doing it. So her face is so lifted and beautiful.
I love
can't
to
wait.
hear it.
Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Aubrey. Everybody, we loved having you here. And people were like, oh my gosh, can you go over foundation and all that information? Maybe we can do that another day, you
I
guys.
think we could arrange something.
That's a whole class within itself, right? So
Yes,
we
it
appreciate
absolutely
you.
is.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was amazing. And I can't wait. I would love to know, before we go, I would love to know, go ahead and drop in the chat, you guys, what was your favorite tip? What's the thing that you are going to go home with? What are you going to share with your audience immediately? I want to hear all of it. Okay. Using 2 blushes, even 3 blushes, right? So the duo, yes, contouring the cheeks, love it. The lifted bronze tour, got it. The lip, the hooded eye, so many good things. The blushes, all that stuff, the placement, mature skin, ombre with the blush. Yes, you guys, awesome, awesome. Love
I
it.
also learned I love the shade Exalted. That's what I'm wearing right now, but I wish I had seen this class before to put it on your hand first because mine went a little bit overboard.
It's so nice to be able to have that little bit of control. So that's a
Yeah,
professional
that's
tip
a
for
great
you
tip.
all.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And we love having you here. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
You.